we have the price of a slice of pizza from $1 all the way to $6. And in the second column, we have the quantity demanded, which might be 5 slices when they are only $1, and decreasing by 1 for every dollar increase in slices, in the limit of $6 per slice, where it is deemed by the consumer to be too expensive to purchase. Now, what if we plotted these numbers on a graph? The result would be a downward sloping demand graph, also commonly called a demand curve. This is just a graphical representation of a demand schedule, and can be a more useful way of visualizing this data. Okay, with demand covered, now let's look at supply. Supply is the amount of a good or service that is available. So how do producers know how much to supply? Well, according to the law of supply, producers offer more of a good or service as its price increases, and less as its price falls. Economists use the term quantity supplied to illustrate how much of a good or service a producer is willing and able to sell at a specific price. Let's stick with pizza for our example. If a pizza shop is already making money selling lots of slices of pizza all day, the promise of higher revenues generated by each sale motivates the pizza shop to make more pizza. Assuming that the price of pizza were to be set by some outside figure, if the price of pizza rises, but the pizza shop's cost of making pizza stays the same, the pizza shop will earn a higher profit on each slice. The owner of the pizza shop understands that making more pizza makes sense in order to take advantage of the higher prices. Now, perhaps the demand is so high that the pizza shop can't even keep up with the necessary supply. Customers show up, and by noon there is no more pizza. This may lead to a change in either the price or the supply. Similar to a demand schedule, a supply schedule shows the relationship between price and quantity supplied for a specific good or service, or how much of a good or service a supplier will offer at various prices. Like a demand schedule, a supply schedule lists supply for a very specific set of conditions. For example, let's list the price of the pizza in the first column, again from $1 to $6. Then in the second column, let's list the slices that will be supplied per day, starting with 100 and going up by 50 for each dollar increase in price. Again, we could plot these numbers on a graph, and the result would be an upward sloping supply graph, commonly called a supply curve. This is a graphical representation of a supply schedule. When buyers and sellers come together in a market, supply and demand have a close relationship. Supply and demand create an equilibrium in the market, which is the point of balance at which the quantity demanded equals the quantity supplied. If we draw the demand and supply curves on the same plot, we can identify the point where the two intersect. This is known as the equilibrium price. At equilibrium,